As we commemorate the 150th anniversary of Appomattox today, it's appropriate to during the conflict, and not just the Liberty Bell, but also the building directly across the street, of course, Independence Hall. Between 1861 and 1865, Philadelphians frequently rallied at Independence Hall. Already recognized as an icon of the nation's birth, the building soon emerged as a powerful symbol of the struggle to preserve the nation. Throughout the war, it stood witness to scenes both triumphant and tragic as Philadelphians played their role in the momentous events that preserved the Union and ultimately ended slavery. In February 1861, the very eve of Civil War, President-elect Abraham Lincoln stood in the room where the United States was born and spoke of his reverence for the Declaration of Independence, asserting that it was not the mere matter of the separation of the colonies from the motherland, but something in that declaration giving liberty, not alone to the people of this country, but hope to the world for all future time. And then, almost prophetically, Lincoln added that he would rather be assassinated on this spot before surrendering those principles. In the autumn of 1862, a military encampment, Camp Independence, was located on Independence Square. There, hundreds of men were recruited into the service of the Union Army, sacrificing the comforts of home for the harsh realities of the battlefield. On several occasions throughout the conflict, the sacrifice of war was starkly brought home, as more than a dozen Union Army officers were laid in state inside the assembly room. Many thousands passed through the room, paying their final respects, and forever equating the sacrifice of the Civil War with that of the American Revolution. There are numerous stories that can be told here, from patriotic receptions to political rallies, to even the laying in state of President Lincoln, a tragic scene that brought more than 100,000 mourners to Independence Hall and turned joy to sorrow just days after Appomattox. On April 9th, 1865, the Civil War began its close. In Philadelphia, thousands once again gathered in the shadow of Independence Hall. Amidst the pealing of bells, there was celebration and there was hope, a feeling that the horror of 4 years was at last coming to an end and that the nation could now begin its healing. Perhaps some that day recalled President Lincoln's now immortal words from his second inaugural address just weeks earlier. With malice toward none, with charity for all, with firmness in the right as God gives us to see the right, let us strive on to finish the work we are in, to bind up the nation's wounds, to care for him who shall have borne the battle, and for his widow and his orphan, to do all which may achieve and cherish a just and lasting peace among ourselves and with all nations. Thank you.
We're also very privileged to hear from General Meade today in the form of Andy Watzke. He also works at Temple University, I'm told.
Thank you very much for the kind invitation. I'm here portraying